Why do growing businesses love working in Slack? Let's ask Christy at RE Bikes.
Running things in Slack saves me so much time.
AI summaries save 97 minutes per week. What say you, Rox from Gosney?
Slack helps us build community, it helps us build connection.
Your partners, vendors and customers all in one place. Take us on home, Ashley from Caraway.
If we didn't have Slack tomorrow, I would explode.
Well, let's not let that happen. Visit slack.com/podcast to get 50% off Slack Business Plus.
Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just
speaking into the void?
But with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers, a network of 130 million of them, in fact. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills, and did I say job title? See how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Get started at linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
This is the TJ Show, our news. It sounds a little bit different around here. Kenny reads through every story he can find, and then he brings us the most interesting ones. Kenny, what's happening on the planet today?
I want to introduce you to Trevor and his now fiancée, Danielle. They just got engaged, but the engagement didn't go as planned. A really good idea. They went to Boyne Mountain in Michigan. This is a ski resort where they have something called Sky Bridge, Michigan. It's a beautiful scenic walking bridge that's about 120 feet in the air. And it was all lit up for the holidays. Trevor got down on one knee, took out the ring, and dropped it.
Oh, my goodness.
120 feet below.
Well, you're asking for it if you're going to go up that high.
You know, you hear these stories of people proposing at, like, the beach or on a bridge.
It's risky.
And yeah, it's very risky. Just do it at home.
Right.
If the ring falls, you know exactly where it went.
Yeah, it's exactly right.
Where it went.
Yeah, you're asking for trouble.
So it fell, again, 120 feet below into several feet of snow. So they got some help from the staff at Boyne Mountain. Thankfully, their head snowmaking technician had metal detectors in his car. They searched for 2 hours. Trevor and Danielle gave up. Lost cause. But the staff kept on searching for hours more and did eventually find the ring.
That's cool.
These people have patience, man.
It's amazing.
And a good heart, too.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'd give up on that pretty quickly. I'd say, well, must be a sign. All right, let's move along.
Well, that's what the couple
did. Buy a
did,
cheaper ring.
but the staff wasn't satisfied.
Okay,
That's why you don't propose. Ever.
Nah, you don't got to stop living life.
You get married. I'm not saying don't get married. I'm just saying don't propose.
Okay, well.
That's how you did it, right, Heather?
Exactly.
Kenny, what else you
health
got?
Insurance. Let's get married. You guys know the classic rock band ZZ Top?
Yeah.
Sure.
You know what? I had the pleasure of seeing them in a little tiny studio, and it was a lot of fun. That's the one.
Cool.
It's the.
Rumor spreading around that Texas town.
They're definitely old school. I know that much.
Shack
now I know who they are.
Of course.
Well, of course, they're famous for the long beards. The lead singer and guitar player Billy Gibbons and the late bass player Dusty Hill had really long beards. Ironically, the only member of the band who didn't have a beard was the drummer named John Beard.
That's great.
That's funny.
He had a beard. It was his last name.
That is funny.
So Billy Gibbons was on Jay Moore's The Comedian's podcast and told this story how he and Dusty Hill were both offered $1 million each by the brand Gillette,
The shaving company.
razors. $1 million each to shave their beards on live television. And they ended up turning it down.
Now, why in the world would anyone say, do you really need your beard that badly?
Let me tell you something. You know they've experienced millions when they turn down $1 million.
Yeah, sure.
Now, you and myself have not experienced $1 million yet.
You'll grow a beard to shave
I
it.
will grow it. I will grow a beard on every area of my body that grows hair. I would grow it, okay?
Well, the offer's out there if anyone's interested in J-Bo.
I'm picturing things.
So the band, they called their studio's music executive, and he said, well, the money's good. You might as well consider it, but I'm not so sure, you guys. Any of you guys know what's under there? Implying that, of course, their beards were down to their knees. They hadn't shaved in a long time. What if they shaved and they were hideous?
They didn't like their face.
Nobody would want to go see their show anymore.
Grow back.
That's
you know what I'm
funny.
saying?
Oh, man, I used to go to this hair salon, and the guy who owned it had a beard that was about that long. And I'll never forget, I knew when he was behind me because I would hear him scratching his beard. It was
gross.
so weird. I was like...
The things that probably fell out of that beard.
It might have been like a bird's nest. I mean, who knows? At that point, I think you got to give it a good couple months of just let it hit the air a little bit.
Seriously.
But good to hear. Glad that they were able to turn that down.
That's a fun story.
Kenny, what else you got?
Chick-fil-A is celebrating its 80th anniversary in 2026. And to celebrate, they're giving 3,000 customers free food for a year if they find the golden cup.
See, I don't get so into promotions, but the idea of getting a golden ticket either in a candy bar, sort of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory style, that's always been really exciting to me.
Yeah, me too.
I want to win something like that.
Well, the idea of getting free chicken for a year has been really exciting to me.
It'll be 3,000 cups that will be spread out across locations around the United States.
You think there's any at the one near us? Any
There
feelings?
could be. It has started. It started officially on January 5th. It's going to run through July 1st. They're offering what they're calling classic cups. So it's a plastic reusable collector's cup that you could purchase for $3.99.
Oh,
that
boy.
cup will be wrapped some way. And underneath the wrapping, you'll get the design of the cup. And if it is a golden cup, you're a winner.
Okay.
And you
I'm in.
get free chicken for a year.
You going to do it?
Man, I'm going to try at least one time. One time. I won't play the lotto, but I'll try this.
Well, now you're talking about chicken sandwiches.
Right,
so
exactly.
That's pretty exciting. Go ahead.
Now, I will note, it's not unlimited chicken for the year. Essentially, you'll get 52 entrees, so you get like one meal a week. And those entrees include...
They want you to watch your diet.
lame.
They're like, wait a minute. That's a
Still
lot of
pretty
chicken.
generous.
So I don't get to roll around in patties, pile of patties. All right, well,
You're going to have the meat sweats.
not as great as I thought, but still pretty cool. What else you got, Kenny?
ChatGPT Health is a new feature from OpenAI that lets users securely, quote unquote, connect their medical records and wellness apps to ChatGPT.
No, I don't think so.
No, you don't. You don't want to upload your medical records.
Nope.
Secure.
I'm going to pass on that.
Well, they say it's secure, right? Isn't that?
That's what they say.
Hasn't everything that's been hacked? Data breach from this department store. Data breach from this bank.
Hospitals have been breached.
Hospitals.
I'm good. Thank you.
That was all secure when it started.
Supposed to be, at
So,
least.
no joke, my wife got upset with me the other night because I started going into a rampage on this stuff, and she told me I was being like a dystopian novel. And I said, listen, she was sending a voice note to a friend, and it's not like it was anything that people couldn't hear, but I said, hey, just be aware of everything you're sending in a voice note, because my theory is, I do think at some point, all of this stuff that's on our phone, photos, text messages, emails, what is stopping all of that from being hacked? And I know some computer expert will have an answer on that, but being hacked, where all of our stuff that we've been putting into our phones is available in some searchable system. And with AI, you could find literally anything you want on any person. What has Kenny said about me in his text messages? Okay, let me look that up. Boom, instantaneously. Could you see the pandemonium?
I've only ever said glowing things about you in text messages.
And you bring up that concern quite a bit. So, I mean, I can see that happening eventually, maybe one day.
Well, it's just because all of these unthinkable, quote, secure systems keep getting hacked.
Yes.
So do you see a trend starting to form? Like, yeah, it's unhackable until someone figures it out.
Well, TJ, are you concerned because your voice is on the radio for hours a day? It's in podcasts every day. Are you concerned about that? I mean, your wife sent one voice text.
People will be wildly entertained?
Oh, wow.
What would my concern be?
The arrogance is crazy.
No, come on, I want to hear what's...
I was thinking the same concern that you have for your wife sending a voice text. I mean, your voice is readily available.
It's not so
Unless
much.
the voice text had some, like, information that he felt like maybe you shouldn't be saying that via voice text because it can be used if it's leaked.
Or let's say... innocently, you trust someone. You're sharing something personal with a friend. I share something with J-Bo that I don't want to share with the rest of the world. Maybe I don't want that out there at some point.
Okay.
But it's in her phone. It's in my phone.
Right.
So take our show. I mean, that'll be fun for you.
Ain't nothing personal here.
Well, when it comes to this ChatGPT Health platform, they say the tool is not designed to help answer everyday health questions or not to diagnose or treat medical conditions. They say it will not replace doctors or medical care. So now I'm wondering, what does it do?
Yeah, what do you need my information for then?
And they also say that the data and conversations are stored in a separate dedicated space with ChatGPT, and they will not use the information to train its foundation models.
Yes.
No, but what they are going to do is link it to your name and then sell it to insurance companies, and then that's why your premiums are going to go up. It's just a theory, though. It's a theory.
They might.
Everything's connected. Follow the money.
Kenny, what else do you have?
We've been following the story of Lane Kiffin for the last couple of weeks. He was the head coach of Ole Miss, but then he took a job at LSU, and Ole Miss Miss said, we don't want you anymore.
Yeah.
So they're playing tonight against Miami in the college football semifinal. And the big story was whether or not the coaches that he is planning to take with him to LSU for next season would be allowed to coach for Ole Miss for these remaining possible 2 college football playoff games. LSU did give permission for those coaches to continue with Ole Miss for this final run.
You know, based on the information I'm gathering from Kenny from the last few weeks about this story, it seems like LSU has been like pretty cool with the whole situation. Even giving that head coach that was with Ole Miss, who got fired after he got the job at LSU, giving him a bonus if Ole Miss won a game. You know, allowing these coaches to stay. It seems like LSU's like, that's fine. We get that you were somewhere before you're going to be here, and we respect that.
Well, I think that's the way to do it. It's obviously what a testimony for this guy, Lane Kiffin. I mean, they're really going above and beyond to get him. I also wonder if Lane is still secretly coaching the team through the coaches that are still there. For a couple reasons. He's got incentive to do it because of the financial side of it.
Yeah.
But then also, these coaches are going with him. He must love them, care about them, think they're great.
They work well together.
Yeah, why would he not want to help them? So I wonder if he's whispering some stuff in their ears.
I didn't think about that, TJ, but they're definitely in touch with each other. And what's to stop Lane Kiffin from picking up his phone and calling the offensive coordinator and saying, hey, I have an idea. You know, when they play man defense, you should run this play. I mean, I don't think there's anything stopping him from doing that. You might be onto something.
Ever think about throwing the ball that way? Oh, just a thought I had. I don't know. All right. Kenny, what else you got?
Did your mother or grandmother ever tell you before going outside in the cold, make sure you wear a jacket or you'll catch a cold, you're going to get sick?
Yeah, of course.
Well, I'm sort of that dad right now because my kids, they fight me on a lot of things. And one of them likes to be cold. She actually tells me I like being cold. I said, okay, you're not. They watch Frozen. They think like you
Elsa.
Anyone can be cold. They're not Elsa.
Yeah.
But it's not usually about getting sick. It's just, it's cold out. Put on a coat.
Yeah, well, there was an article released in The Guardian, and this article seems to come out once a year, perhaps. But the cold weather is not directly associated with the fact that people get sick more often in the winter months. In fact, the reason we get sick more often in the winter months is because we spend more time indoors, closer to people where germs can travel better than the more ventilated outdoors.
All right.
Sounds about right.
No, I still believe my grandmother. Yeah, it's cold outside. You're going to get a cold.
Kenny, what else you got?
At a hospital in Iowa, a woman took off her heirloom rings. She got them from her grandfather before going in to get some x-rays taken. She wrapped them in a napkin because she didn't want the techs and staff to see exactly what they were. Of course, she forgot about the rings. They were wrapped up in a napkin. Nobody knew what they were. Some hospital staff threw them away in the garbage.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that'll happen.
So she got home and realized that she was missing her rings. She immediately called the hospital's administrator. And it's just amazing that this hospital really went above and beyond and set up an elaborate recovery mission to get these rings back.
It's very nice, but they shouldn't have thrown out the random napkin.
Yeah, you never know what's in one of those napkins.
Just random napkin. It looked like trash.
I would say, you're so good at x-raying. Go x-ray the garbage pail now and find my rings.
Well, that's kind of what they did.
Yeah, good.
So, all of the trash was in a big waste management trash compactor.
Oh,
so
no, it got all the way to that?
Waste management had to empty the trash compactor. They then went over the big piles of garbage bags. They said 60 plus garbage bags with a metal detector like the one you would see at the beach. They took all of the bags that beeped and put it to the side, and then they took those bags and put it in a mobile x-ray machine, so they were able to pinpoint the location of exactly where the rings were in the trash. So they didn't have to open up all the trash bags and sift through all the garbage. They knew exactly where it was.
I wonder if tension got high when they would just find an aluminum soda can in one of them, and they'd look at Joe and be like, "You and your Diet Cokes. This is another one of those." Close it back up, throw it in the trash.
The hospital administrator said it was really rewarding. Honestly, I didn't think we were going to find them, but we did.
Hey, that's awesome.
Treasure hunt.
Kenny, what else you got?
Jack Black is still on the promo tour for his new movie with Paul Rudd, Anaconda, which came out a couple of weeks ago.
By the way, my 11-year-old is asking to see that movie over and over and over again. She loves Jack Black. And thankfully, I know, Heather, you saw the Anaconda movie and you said it was terrible. So I told her, I was like, hey, Heather hated it.
Well, I don't think it's not terrible, but it's not a good movie, if that makes sense.
You think I should bring the kids?
No, I don't think it's appropriate for children.
Isn't it rated?
PG-13.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I think there's like some cursing in there that they got away with.
Their grandma says all those words.
According
true.
to
Hey, watch your
TJ's
mouth.
oldest daughter, Charlie. Yeah, but here's the thing. If Heather says it's not appropriate for kids, I wouldn't take your kids to it.
You know what? That's a very
I would
good
just
point.
listen to her.
Yeah, you know what?
Parenting expert Heather.
Because Heather thinks some things are appropriate and they're not.
I don't think that's ever happened on the history of
Nuh-uh.
our show. Good call.
Well, he was on a British radio show promoting Anaconda, and the host asked him, "What's the one role that you were offered that you regret turning down?"
All right, what's the answer?
Well, Jack Black first said, "I hate answering that question because the person who got the role feels bad. You know, they feel like the second choice, sloppy seconds, as Jack Black put it." But then he said, "I'm going to answer the question because I don't care." He went on to say he was offered the role of Syndrome, the bad guy in the Incredibles movie.
Oh, yeah, huge role.
And that's the one role that he regrets turning down.
Kenny, what else do you have?
Jelly Roll is nominated for a couple of Grammys this year, and he was interviewed by tasteofcountry.com and shared an interesting story about how he used to explain his face tattoos to his daughter when she was young and her friends.
Yeah.
So he used to pick her up from school in kindergarten, and he would say that he drew them on his face special for the kids.
Oh, that was nice of him.
But then, of course, they wised up. They're like, well, how is it exactly the same every time? And then he explained, well, I have sticker stencils, so I'm able to make them perfect every time. But that's evolved. So as his daughter got older, a lot of her friends' parents wouldn't let them go over to their house because of his face tattoos. And he was in another recent interview with Men's Health magazine, and they said, "What do you say to people who call your tattoos a call for attention?" And he said, "Actually, it's the polar opposite." He went on to say, "The way shame sometimes shows itself is not always the way we expect it to be. We think shame is somebody in the streets on their knees with their head down, but shame is sometimes also pride." He said, "Behind real bravado, I can normally find shame. I can normally find guilt. I can normally find insecurity. I was the biggest, the loudest, the toughest, the meanest, the growliest, the fattest." He said, "But behind all of that was a really, really small, insecure human."
Interesting.
And he went on to say that he regrets just about all of the tattoos he's received at this point.
Well, I've heard him in a number of interviews. Talk about a life transformed. This guy, he looks unrecognizable to himself. And I mean like inside and out. And it's a beautiful story.
It's not because he dropped weight. It's like something in the way he talks now, the way he moves.
Yeah, he's told his heart changed, and it's beautiful.
Physically, I mean, he's down 275 pounds from where he started, and he recently shaved his face for the first time in many years.
Look at that.
Definitely more than that. Yeah.
Kenny, what else you got?
The Grammy Awards, which will be on February 1st, is bringing back a long-forgotten category that they haven't had for over 50 years.
What is it, Kenny?
Well, thanks for the setup, TJ. It is...
I practiced that, because I want to sound as much like a professional broadcaster as I can. How did that sound, Jabo?
All right.
Yeah, what number, 1 to 10?
6.5.
Okay, I'll keep working on it.
Room for improvement, that's good.
Go ahead.
So they're bringing back the award that honors album cover art.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, well, they're so small now.
Yeah, well, it's little thumbnails on a screen for the most part now.
You could get away with a lot when it's that tiny.
But we're seeing the rise in vinyl sales. Even just the other day, we were talking about how CDs are making a comeback now. So I guess there is some importance placed on the hard work done by these artists and photographers who put out this album art, and they're going to start honoring it once again starting February 1st.
May I share a story of inspiration from my own life?
Please do,
Hopefully
TJ.
Thank you. See, Kenny, that's a 10.
I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick.
No. I know
Wait,
Heather's...
you guys are still talking?
No, Heather has heard this story before. Actually, all you have. But you know what? There might be somebody who doesn't understand how great it is to have a record player in your house. And if you're going to pick between CDs and a record player, there's just something so charming about playing a record. And oh my goodness, I love it. And it was unexpected. I was at an auction and they were selling this record player for $15. No one wanted it. Can you imagine? $15. It was a great record player.
I can't imagine.
They missed out.
No, but it's so good. And then they were selling a box of old jazz records. I got over 100 records for $75, and it makes me so thrilled. I go home, I hit play, it starts...
I feel like that's the inside of your head all the time.
All the time.
You ever hear a good drum solo on vinyl? Oh, man. That's why I'm so happy every day, guys. Anyway.
What were we talking about?
Well, I'm happy for you then.
Can't wait to tune into
Talking
the Grammys.
about how photo art was going to be a part of the Grammys.
Yes,
this year.
there you go.
How does AI play a role in this?
Hopefully not at all.
Because people might use AI.
Yeah, well, good point.
Here's a thought. If you're terribly depressed about the direction that AI is taking your life, get a record player. It'll even it out.
I love how you just bring it right back.
Yeah, just
One has nothing to do with the other, but okay.
Okay, Kenny, what else you got?
Some pretty interesting research out of Harvard Business School. It goes into how couples who spend money on time-saving services like getting takeout or hiring a house cleaner are reporting greater relationship satisfaction, especially during stressful periods of the relationship.
I can see that's helpful. Yeah.
Well, time is more valuable than money, and if you've got the money, I guess you trade some of it in for some extra time.
Especially for stressed out.
Exactly. So using this time to work on the relationship or even just spend time in the relationship is extremely valuable. This article does get into people who perhaps can't afford to hire a house cleaner or whatever. They say you may want to take time to do a little time audit and figure out where you could save time and how you could focus more time on the relationship for better satisfaction.
Just don't clean your house.
Sometimes you have to go to bed with dishes in the sink, and this just is what it is.
Yeah, that happened last night.
Yeah, I had to learn that. That used to stress me out. I used to go to bed so late trying to make sure the house was clean for the next day. It would be so stressful on me, my marriage. I had to get to the point where I was like, you know what? I just don't have time for it, and it is what it is, and that's okay.
Also, paper plates. Hey, who doesn't love a good paper plate?
That's all we use now most of the time.
Yeah, now, it's not great for the environment. But is it really about the environment, or is it about me?
It's all about you.
Seeing how my one small paper plate doesn't make the environment fall apart, I'm going to use paper plates.
Well, and also, paper plates, they fall apart. Unlike, now make sure
No,
they're
you got to get
paper.
the good ones.
Yeah, the Costco ones, they got a
The
nice
ones that are sturdy,
thickness.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. You could build a house with those
That's
things.
right.
Yeah, the experts say you should examine how you spend your time, how you spend your hours, and what small changes can you make to reclaim even just a few moments. The expert goes on to say people underestimate how much these choices matter. It's not about luxury, it's about freeing up time to connect.
Listen, if you could pry yourself off your screen, I almost guarantee you're going to have a whole lot more time. Catches up on us.
It does.
Kenny, what else you got?
A unique marriage proposal has gone viral and is making me second guess how I proposed to my girlfriend, now fiance Allison.
So what do we got?
So Carter proposed to his girlfriend Andressa by seamlessly editing himself into the movie Shrek. He said he spent 5 hours working on the video. The two sat down on the couch to watch Shrek. The both of them really loved that movie and bonded over it. Carter set up a camera to capture the moment. And in the video, you see him get up and leave the room before Shrek and Donkey go to object to the wedding of Princess Fiona and Lord Farquaad. But instead of Shrek running down the aisle, it's Carter himself.
Oh, so they
running
watched
down the aisle.
the actual movie and then he put himself into it. That's got to be nerve-wracking for that first part of the movie.
Yeah, they were sitting on the couch, and he just kind of casually got up and left. His character in the movie throws to real-life Carter, and Carter walks back into the living room wearing a suit and tie.
Oh, that's
where he
cute.
gets down on his knee, proposes to Andressa, and yes, she said yes.
Now, if you feel pressure to edit yourself into movies and you're wondering, how did Carter do this? Him and his girl met at film school, so he kind of has some experience in that.
There you
so
go.
don't put too much on yourself.
That's adorable. I have a much less effort version of that. So I put a playlist on with my wife, Jess, and we were in our Boston apartment. And when it got to a certain song, everything stopped, and she was like, what happened? And then all of a sudden, a drum roll started playing. And I got on my knee, and I asked her to marry me. And I was thinking about, I have this many seconds. And she was delaying, saying yes. And I'm like, uh-oh. And I said, is it a yes? And she said, yes. And then, your love keeps lifting me higher.
Oh, the timing is perfect.
The song from Ghostbusters. And
Were you like, hey, hurry up, the song's about to start.
yeah.
I picture you panicking like, come on, let's go. I need the answer right now.
Yeah, it was, but she said yes, and what a miracle. One of the most miraculous moments in my life.
Congratulations.
Much less work, by the way. You don't have to edit a whole film for that one.
Yeah, I proposed to my girlfriend with a bowling ball. So,
Well, anytime, it's because you gave a bowling ball as a gift, and anytime you do that, you better pair it with something worthwhile, because it's one of the worst gifts that I could think of.
Same.
And then Kenny did it. You did it.
He did.
she was excited before she found the ring.
Yeah, I'm sure she was.
She was hoping for the ring. She's like, Lord, let there be a ring in one of these holes somewhere.
That would have been smooth if she put the fingers in the ball and then came out with a
came out
ring
with a
on
ring
it.
on it.
You should have talked to me about this before you proposed. What is wrong with you?
You should re-repose. Re-repose? Wait, no.
Re-propose?
Re-propose, thank you. She'll be super surprised.
Yeah, what do you think? You want to do it again?
I'm going to edit myself into Jingle All the Way.
Okay.
And I'll
work
be
on that.
Turbo Man.
Oh, she'll
Bad
say,
idea.
Then she'll say no.
She loves that
don't give her
movie.
the opportunity to say no.
Kenny, what else do you have?
Well, dry January. I'm sure many people are participating, giving up on drinking alcohol for the month of January. There was an article posted with experts showing what that does for your body.
Okay, question.
Yes.
Are you participating in dry January?
Good
Failed
question.
already.
You did?
Yeah.
Really?
When did you start?
Well, technically, I was drinking on January 1st.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, so Kenny, I will give you $100 if you take on dry January, but it has to go, since you already failed, it has to go through February 7th.
Oh, that's...
It's only 30 days. I mean, at least 30 days from.
$100?
Take
$100.
it. Take
That's
it. What
that's actually a big deal.
I'll give you $100, but you have to be honest. So that means you have to be a man of your word, and you can't drink.
I trust that he would.
And I will
tell
give you the
truth.
100.
I would
if you
be
go.
truthful. This does not sound like fun to me.
I would say yes to this. Can I have the offer?
I mean,
Easier for you
it's
than
gonna be
for
easy
me.
for you.
All right, I'll tell you
I will
what.
give you 100 if you go dry for 30 days.
As you're thinking, I will add in 10 potential golden cups from Chick-fil-A, and I will get them for you.
All right. Well, allow me to ponder this.
Okay, you have until the end of the show,
Dude, a golden
to
cups.
make up your mind.
That's the excitement there is worth more than $100.
$100.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I have my routine, after a long week.
Wait, do we need to talk?
Well, the thing is, like, on a Friday after we wrap up here, I'll pour myself a Tito's and Club, as my dad calls it, Uncle Tito. Hey, why don't you slow down on Uncle Tito over there? And I'll play some video games, and it's a nice way to wind down after a week of work. So I was just like thinking that I enjoy that time to myself. Do I really want to give that up for $100? But I am looking at this study, J-Bo, that you gave me with skin health improves, sleep quality improves,
okay.
memory,
So-
cancer risk, all of that
Wait,
stuff.
we never got to the list. So go ahead and read the list. And I encourage anyone to consider this because alcohol's not great for us.
It's definitely not good for you. I know that.
You see
Any
these-
amount
A
is
little
not good for you.
poison to your body.
Yeah, it always cracks me up when you see these stories, these headlines where they go, well, it's got some grape in it, and that's good for you. It's like, there are a lot of things that have grape in it, like grapes. You could eat grapes. And so it's just bad for you. But also, there's an art form with wine
Right.
and all these things. So I
And
get
bourbon
it.
and whiskey and all that stuff.
In
so.
moderation.
But
it's
go
okay.
ahead, read to me what happens to our body when we go dry for a month.
Well, they say your skin health improves, your sleep quality improves, your memory and cognition improves, your cancer risk lowers, your organ function improves, nutrient absorption improves, mental health may improve.
Can you imagine this?
All those improvements.
I don't know
Yeah.
about the mental health part, but
This is unbelievable that drinking is still so popular when you got a list like that.
Yeah, I thought Uncle Tito was keeping me sane, but
No, it's driving you crazy.
Well, isn't that a deception there? People think it's actually calming them down, it's making them feel better, and meanwhile you're like hurting yourself. But okay, back to J-Bo's offer. Now, why did you feel that you should offer this to Kenny?
Well, because I am familiar with this list, and I know Kenny likes a good challenge. And when I read the list, I thought, well, I know Kenny has mentioned that like sometimes sleeping can be a little tough. So I'm like, this would be a good way to maybe help him.
It's a donation to the Kenny charity.
To the Kenny charity, help him get some good sleep.
Kenny, you drink too much. That's basically what we're saying.
No, that's not what
yeah,
I'm saying.
but I mean, you guys wouldn't even know that to be true if it was true, and it's not. I do think I'm a moderate drinker. I don't drink during the week. I have a couple of cocktails over the weekend. But J-Bo, you're right. I do enjoy a challenge, so I think I want to accept this challenge. I'll give it a try.
Hey, look at this.
I'll give it a try.
No, I'm
Okay,
good for it.
and seriously, take note. Let's see how your watch, tracks your sleep and everything, and let's see. We'll get to report back in a month. All right, great, Kenny. Good job.
I'll try.
Carvana's so easy, just a click, and we've got ourselves a car. See?
So many cars. That's a click-tastic inventory.
And check out the financing options. Payments to fit our budget. I mean, that's
Clickonomics 101.
delivery to our door.
Just a hop, skip, and a click away.
And what?
No better feeling than when everything just clicks. Buy your car today on
Carvana.
Delivery fees may apply.